Okay, now we are doing a Sun TV a chart analysis based on the swing highs and swing lows, and we'll see how we can trade based on this. So you can see from July, you can see the downtrend. It was on the downtrend continuously. You can see these levels till 652 levels where it is in the downtrend, and then again the uptrend started. It went up till 770 levels. Then it didn't make downtrend where it made uh, um, higher bottoms, and it made swing lows, but it didn't make the downtrend, but it went on sideways. Where you can see after making a swing low, that it made a swing high, and then it didn't make a swing low, but it was going in a sideways. Where on end of the August, where in September, it again started going in the upwards, where you can see the uptrend started by breaking this point, and then it is broken this point, this resistance level, and this one, where it made a new swing high. And then after that, it is again going in a sideways for some time, and it made one more swing high, which is making a new which made a new swing high, which around 864 levels. Then again it went down to 717. So the stock was going on the sideways, so where you can see the resistance at 865 levels, and the support is at 650 levels. Until it breaks either one of this, we cannot say whether it is uptrend or a downtrend. And also it has another support levels around 690, and also around 715 levels. So where you can see after it hitting a 715, it made a new support, and it created a swing high, and again the next day it created a swing low, and it was actually going on the sideways. And you can see here it made on 12th of October, it made the swing low, also which acting as a support around 779 levels, and which is again making swing highs, not the swing highs, which is making higher tops. And till 16th, 13th, it made a higher top, and again on 16th of October, it made a higher top. Let's see we can how we can trade from this particular candle. So we cannot do anything here because it is not breaking our a swing high or either swing low on this particular candle. Let's move on to the next day candle. So the next day it made a doji, but it didn't break the previous day previous swing high or previous swing low. So we will just wait for our trade and move on to the next day. So the next day, actually it is broken our swing high, but this is a red candle. So anytime when you do a buy, so we will enter only on the green candle. So we didn't enter any trade at this particular day, which is on 18th October. So we'll just wait for entry as per our setup. Let's move on to the next day. So the next day, what happened? It made lower bottom, but it didn't broken our swing low or swing low. So we will be still waiting for our trading setup. Let's move on to the next day. So the next day again it made lower bottom, but still it didn't break our swing low, which is around 778 levels. So we'll just wait for the next day. Let's see what happened next day. So the next day it made a doji, but it didn't make even a higher a lower bottom. It made actually a higher bottom. So we will not do anything on this day because as per our setup we'll only enter on breaking of swing high or swing low. On the next day, it made which is on the 25th October. It made another doji, kind of a pin bar, but it didn't make uh, lower bottom. It made actually a higher bottom. So we don't have any trade active yet. So we will wait for our trade. On the next day, you can see a green candle formed, but still it didn't break our swing high, previous swing high. So we will wait. So we'll only enter one as soon as it breaks 829.65 levels. So that will be our entry trade. So as soon as it breaks this, we will enter the trade. So we will on this particular day we will keep our buy order at 829.65. So let's see what happened on 27th. So 27th, it formed a huge candle, and our buy trade has been executed on 829.65. So on this level, our buy trade got executed. So we'll just make a point here. This is a level where our buy trade has been executed. So I'm just, which is on 850, which is on 829.65, and I'll update stop loss as low of that candle. So I'm updating stop loss as this one, because this is our entry point. So let's see what happens on the next day. So next day it formed a green candle. Sorry, it formed a red candle, but it did not make higher top, but it made lower top. But you can see it formed a red candle. So we are not updating any of we are not updating our stop loss. So we will just moving on to the next day. On the next day again it made new higher top, also a big green candle. So we will simply update our stop loss. So we'll update our stop loss to this particular red candle low, which is 830.80. So on 31st of October, we updated our trailing stop loss at the previous red candle's low. Let's see what happened on next day. The next day, it didn't form a higher top, but it formed a lower top along with inverse hammer. So what we'll do, we will just simply update our trailing stop loss. Either you can leave it as it is or you can update it. So there is a chances of retracing back. So why to unnecessarily lose a profit? So I'll just update my trailing stop loss to low of the green candle, which is 834.20. So let's see what happened on second November. On the 2nd November, it formed another inverse hammer and kind of a dozy. So where either you can just leave your stop loss as it is, or you can update uh, your stop loss low of this candle. Better, let's keep it a stop loss here and move on to the next day. Let's see what happened on 3rd. So third, you can see there's a huge green candle. It made higher top. Let's see. We will update our stop loss to this particular candle low, which is at 847.25. So let's move on to the next day. So next day, another higher top form, so we will just move our stop loss